Welcome to T-Prep Talk. We're going to hear my story. You're going to hear my guest's story. It's going to help make your story. And today we have... Welcome to T-Prep Talk. We're going to hear my story. You're going to hear my guest's story. It's going to help make your story. And I'm your host, Barber, honcho. And T-Prep Talk is the conversation behind T-Prep Gym. We got a lot of updates coming. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Hectorstylez.
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate Tino for having me.
Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure, man.
Of course. So Hector is a member here at T-Prep Gym, and he's a business owner in pretty much the same town. I mean, Pilot Point, Aubrey, Tioga. Pilot Point, Aubrey, Tioga, we're like all basically in the same area. Like, the only thing that separates us is there's really nothing.
One street, like, that's it.
Yeah, 377 connects all of us.
Yeah.
And Hector has a business in Aubrey. So if you're watching this podcast and you live in Aubrey, go check out Hector's barber shop at level 10.
Come on in. Level 10 Barber Studios on 377 across Aubrey High School. We got barbers. We're ready for the walk-ins. If you want to make appointments, just Tino will put the link below.
Yeah, he got a good setup over there. He got an ATM system, ATM machine in there. Then he also has a bike. Is your Harley?
Yeah, I got my Yamaha.
It's a Yamaha.
Star in there. Got the music, TVs. We'll watch a little bit of everything. Got the basketball hoop.
Yeah, you got the basketball hoop.
Got the foosball table if you want to play some foosball. I'm undefeated right now, so if you think you about it, you can come get it.
Do you actually play the people there?
Yeah.
Like after a cut, you're like, all right, come get it.
Yeah, if they got time, if they got time and they challenge me, I'm with it.
Yeah, and no money on the table though, right?
Nah, no money.
You put some money. Yeah, you put some money on the table now. It's serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to talk to Hector today. I think his story would help everybody else around here that have aspirations to maybe wanting to own a barber shop one day. There's steps to there's order of process to get into where Hector is at now. You don't just decide one day, all right, I want a barber shop, and then the next day you got a barber shop. So Hector, when did you first start cutting hair?
So I first started cutting hair when I was 14.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was just me trying to find myself, trying to find my style. Around the age of like 10, 11 is when I started choosing my own haircuts, and being inside a barbershop was always fun to me.
So you started choosing your own haircuts at, you said 18?
No, like 10 or 11.
Oh, 10 or 11.
And then that's what like made me like the barbering scene, just because I liked and enjoyed being inside a barbershop full of guys just kicking it.
Yeah, so you're saying before 11, your parents were choosing your hairstyle?
Yeah.
What kind of hairstyle did you have?
I was straight, like, surfer look. Like, long
hair.
hair.
Long hair, okay.
Yeah, the shaggy. The beach bleach, sun bleach.
Okay. Is there a reason why your parents chose that? Is it just their preference?
It's just, that's it, dog.
Okay. And where'd you grow up at?
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
The age of 8 is the first time I ever crossed over and then came to the United States.
Okay.
Went straight to Florida.
Yeah. And
then just been moving around ever since, trying to find their own little spot,
Yeah, I remember first meeting you, and you said you were coming from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was pretty cool, because I've always wanted to go to like Miami. And
yeah.
You've been there at Miami?
Yeah, Miami's fun, man. It's I wouldn't live there, but it's definitely a weekend trip.
Yeah.
It's definitely have a good time.
So then where did you live?
I lived in Orlando.
And how far is that from Miami?
About 4 hours and a half.
Okay, 4 hours. So it's like going to Austin from here?
Yeah.
Okay, so not too far. So you got like a weekend.
Yeah, definitely a weekend trip.
Yeah.
If you get the time off from work and go down for a week, and you have the money to be able to spend it,
Yeah, spend something down there.
Yeah, you got to spend to have fun out there.
Yeah. So I mean, what's it like down there?
Active.
Is it just a lot of partying?
It's very fast. Yeah, it's very fast paced. Everything's party. A lot of restaurants.
Okay.
The beach, obviously.
Yeah.
The woman. That's really what Miami's known for.
It is. Yeah. There's a lot of sayings out there about going to Miami.
Yeah.
I
used to hear all the time. It's like you go to Miami on vacation and come out on probation.
Okay.
So, a lot of Miami's definitely a place you go to have fun, but you try not to go down the hole because it'll take you.
Yeah, I can see, a night turning bad real quick out there. You don't make the right moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you lived in Orlando, so you started cutting hair in Orlando?
Yeah. So I started cutting hair in Orlando. Obviously, high school, started cutting my friends, started cutting family members. It wasn't my ideal first profession that I wanted to do. It was always my hobby. What I originally wanted to do was work on cars and build cars.
Yeah.
Did that, went to Universal Technical Institute, graduated Nissan and BMW certified, and then had my own little shop for a while. And then I left to the Army. When I left to the Army, I became the unit's barber.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had my little house, and I had a little barber shop set up inside my house. When I got deployed, I was the barber as well. Once we got back, I had hurt my knee on my last deployment.
I've been there before, man.
And, it wasn't fun. Man, I was going around on crutches for like 5 months.
How'd you hurt your knee?
Doing combatives. We were messing around, and we had each other grabbed by the arms.
Yeah.
And he stepped on my foot. So when he threw me, but because he stepped on my foot, that foot was planted.
Yeah.
And my knee just went sideways. Yeah. So it was a crappy little situation.
Yeah. So what was it? MCL, ACL?
MCL, and I cracked my kneecap.
Okay.
So yeah, it was pretty bad. It hurt for a little bit.
All right. So you wanted to be a mechanic originally.
Yeah.
And then you joined the Army.
Yep.
And that's when you started cutting hair.
Yep.
And you were already cutting hair in high school, and your brother, so you're like...
Army was really where I, like, really started cutting hair, like, big time.
Yeah.
Hurt my knee, and it was literally maybe 13 months before I got out. So I was already starting my own processing. And when that happened, I was like, what am I going to do now? You know, and I asked my family, what should I do?
Yeah.
Because obviously the doctors told me that I can't be lifting crazy every day. I can't be bending over or crouching or whatever. And so everybody was like, nah, don't do barbering because that's your hobby. And the moment you turn your hobby into your profession, it no longer becomes fun. Now it's work. I didn't listen to nobody. Still did it. And it was the best decision I ever made. It never became work for me.
I guess the counter to that is, like, why wouldn't you want to do something that you enjoy doing? Like, why wouldn't you want to make that what you do every day if you enjoy doing it? It's better than doing something that you don't like, right?
Right.
So you started cutting hair in the Army, and then you got out of the Army, and did you go and get, like, a chair somewhere?
Yeah, so from there I got a chair, started working. I got my first shot in over by the Florida Mall in Orlando.
Okay.
And then for a year after that, I went to a downtown Orlando to a more upscale shop.
Yeah.
And then, like 8 months after that, I went to another shop, which is more upscale, and they were working with a lot of celebrities, and they were doing a lot of house call movements.
Yeah.
And then from there, I felt like I had learned enough knowledge of everything, from my first barbershop in the ghetto to slowly moving up to different classes. I was all right. Now I'm ready.
Wait, the barbershop in the ghetto, that's where they had celebrities?
No. That was my first shop that I ever worked at was in the ghetto, over by the Florida Mall. Then from there, I went to downtown Orlando.
Okay. And
then from there, went to Celebrity Barber Studios, which is in Seminole.
Okay.
And then that's where they did all the celebrities and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds like you probably learned from the best down there.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes you just have to be in the room to see other people and see what they're doing, and you can learn from them. And you know, luckily you got a spot there, and you were just kind of watching everything and then soaking everything in.
Yeah.
So then, did you end up opening your own barbershop in Orlando?
So yeah, I did work out a deal with a friend of mine. We opened a shop. It didn't work out. And then right after that, I just said, man, I got a phone call from Texas to do a SMP job, which is scalp micropigmentation, basically tattooing. But what I'm doing is replicating the look of a hair follicle to recreate the look of a hairline or your beard if you have patches and stuff like that.
Yeah, I need that for sure.
Came out here for that, and then I was only going to be here for 2 weeks. When I got here, I ran into the shop that I currently own.
Yeah.
and that shop owner told me he was closing down, and I just took advantage of the opportunity. I'm a big risk taker, so I seen the opportunity. I seen that the community was growing. It still wasn't at its peak.
Yeah.
They're still doing a lot of construction and building around. I said this is the spot, and if I come in now, in a year or two, it's gonna be prime.
Very true, very true. And you're actually, if you guys don't know this, Hector is actually still very young. You're like 28, so still very young in his business career, and he's actually doing pretty well for himself for how early on that he's in as far as owning his own barbershop. And so you still opened up the barbershop, so I feel like we kind of fast forward there. You opened up one with your friend.
Yeah.
So it was just a good friend of yours?
Yeah, a good friend of mine.
And business didn't go well as far as like location?
Yeah, location. We didn't. It was my first time getting into business.
Yeah.
I didn't really read into contracts too well. I didn't use a lawyer. So, it happens to everybody who's new into business.
Yeah, I have my fair share.
So I took my L. We both took our L's. And then we just said, don't worry about it. We'll just keep going on our own.
Yeah, and you in doing business, you're going to constantly be taking L's.
Yeah.
So I'm still taking L's to this day. And I just kind of learn from them and keep going.
Definitely. Got to. There's nothing, there's nothing wrong with falling. But there is something wrong with what you do to stand up. If you just stay on the ground, knocked out, then you're going to lose the fight. But if you get up and you keep fighting, you still got another chance to keep making it.
Yeah.
You're not just giving up.
Yeah, very true. There's a saying out there that those who fight on the way down will always come back.
Mm-hmm.
But those who, allow it just to happen to them and they don't fight back while they're falling down, they just never come back.
Yep.
They never, recoup from that.
Yep. And it's also like, you can fall 1,000 times, but what nobody can ever take from you is what you have up here.
Yeah.
So as long as what you have up here, it's clear, it matches with your morals.
Yeah.
And you just keep working at it, it'll eventually all align and fall in place.
Patience.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow a guy named Alex Hormozy?
No, I don't.
Okay, he's just a business guru or mentor. But he said like every project that you start, treat it as if it's a newborn baby. Like it's basically pregnant.
Yeah.
So every project that you start, give it 9 months to actually see it fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of thinking next month, a month after that, but minimum 9 months before whatever you want to start to get the results out of it.
100%.
I mean, some people get lucky though. Some people automatic turnaround.
Yeah. And it happens automatically like that. I would say it wasn't that fast, but I feel like it was definitely pretty fast for me just because of the risk I took, of the location I took to have it where I have it now.
Yeah.
I think that I feel pretty successful to where I'm at right now. I feel that I want more, of course. I want to keep growing. But I feel like at my age and for the short time that I've been in this city, I think I'm doing just fine.
Yeah. So what's your plans for the future? What kind of goals?
Man, this year I focused a lot on doing a lot of shows and traveling a lot. Next year, I'm only going to go to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Next year I want to focus more deeply into my shop. Pay more attention to the guys, pay more attention to the clientele, and keep, growing the shop. When I first started, I had different floors than what I have now. When I hit the week of I hit a year, I remodeled the entire shop, repainted, redid the floors, redid everything. So I want to keep doing that to keep growing the shop as well. Just added a photography room and a videography room.
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
So just trying to keep things going that way, not only I can grow, but my barbers can grow as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a trickle-down effect, man. As long as you get better and you become a better leader, which you will, everybody's going to keep improving. The team around you gets better as well. But yeah, man, I think that where the location that you're at now, I think it's a good one. This town is growing. And you've been exercising. How important do you think exercise is with what you're doing?
100%. So before I started coming to you, my back was killing me. My legs were killing me. You know, I'm standing up on my feet all day.
Yeah.
And shoes are a very important thing. I would change shoes every month. I would have to buy new shoes or try new shoes just because my body's killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as, you know, I feel like without exercise, your body just feels drained all the time.
Yes.
And ever since I started working out, you know, I'm being trained with you. I wake up early. I'm here at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And then from here, go home, shower, get ready, have my breakfast, go to work. And I'm having myself to find more energy than I did before. But not only having more energy, but a lot less pain. Like, my back is, like, I feel zero pain on my back.
It's weird how that works, that the more stress you put on your body positively as far as, like, lifting weights, the easier regular day of life is.
100%.
Most people think that I don't have enough energy to go to the gym. Oh, I don't have enough energy at work. What makes you think I'm gonna have enough energy to go work out?
Yep.
But really, you go and work out, you're gonna have more energy at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way we train, man, it's 30 minutes boxing, 30 minutes lifting. That's a T-prep hybrid. But for like most people are doing like a 5-day split.
Yeah.
So they're doing like chest, back, legs, things of that nature. A tip I want to give here on the podcast is of when to train till failure. You know, a lot of people go until the lactic acid builds up where they can't go again, right? Mm-hmm. That's till failure. That's a burnout.
Yeah.
You only want to do burnouts in your program, 10% of your program. So let's say you got chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, legs on Wednesday, and then again chest, back, and legs. You want to choose one body part a week that you're going to focus on going till failure. So there's 4 weeks in a month. So the first week, you know, choose chest, burn out on chest. Second week, choose back, burn out on back. You don't want to burn out each body part because then you won't. I mean, you don't want to burn out each body part in a week, because then that is what increases, you know, muscle fiber tension. That's when you get muscle strains, where you get injured from overuse in the muscle. So I recommend just 10% of your program if you're doing a 5-day split to go till failure. I know it, you know, that's what makes us feel like we had a really good workout whenever you got that pump going on and you can't bend your arm, and the next day you're like, I can't stand.
I can't do anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are actually natural receptors that your body has that tells you that you overtrained. It's okay at the beginning because, of course, you're going to get that. I mean, your body's not used to exercising. But as you go on, as you get past the beginner stage into intermediate, that's not always good to always feel sore. And if you are, sometimes it's just a lack of nutrients. Maybe you need some magnesium. Maybe you need to hydrate more. Yeah. Maybe you need some more potassium.
Nutrition is definitely important as well.
Nutrition is important. But yeah, and you've been on top of your nutrition. You sent me one of your meals you had.
Yeah.
So you've been on top of that.
I had that same thing today.
What was it again?
Chicken salad. And it's literally just chicken, shredded chicken.
Yeah.
It's got veggies in it. It's got some grapes in it. It had banana in it. That was pretty much it. And it's a small bowl. I would say 8-9 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a bowl.
Okay.
But I ate the whole thing, and honestly, you feel good after a while.
That sounds like probably 400 calories right there.
Yeah, I'm probably eating about 1,200 calories right now.
1,200
between my breakfast, my lunch, and my dinner.
Hmm.
So like for breakfast, I'll have like 4 eggs.
Yeah.
With either ham or with bacon.
Okay.
Or sausage. I'll always throw some meat protein in there as well.
What kind of oil are you using for that?
I'm actually not using no oil.
Just non-stick?
Straight just that non-stick. Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
And then for lunch, I'll have what I sent you.
Yeah.
I'll change it up. I'll do turkey one day, chicken another.
Yeah.
Tuna next.
Tuna's good, man.
And then for dinner, it's kind of where I go a little bit big on the amount.
Yeah.
But, I still keep it where it's protein only. Like, I'm still not eating carbs. I'll only do meat. I'll eat like a 10-ounce steak, 12-ounce steak.
Steak is good. You say you're doing a little bit of that carnivore diet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of have a mixture of that too. I have a carnivore and then I have paleo. I think it's just a well balanced, daily meal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going too far into the fad diets.
Yeah.
Like carnivore and what was it? You got the keto. I'm not really big on keto just because I think carbs are very important, and I can't have a great workout without carbs. But yeah, so Hector, so you've been exercising, has been helping you more in your business, in your line of work, as far as like your mentality, the way your body feels, your energy.
Definitely keeping me more focused.
Yeah, and we got a good backstory of you starting your business. So I know you do a lot of classes. You teach barbers how to cut hair better,
how to do colors, the SMP, braids, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So how your growth has been going? What's advice that you can give barbers who are maybe feeling like you did before you started exercising?
Definitely get it. Definitely wake up early, or even after work. At least spend 1 hour. I would say it's definitely needed, guys. I have a lot of friends in this industry, and a lot of us are overweight. And probably the only thing we're used to lifting is our clippers. So I actually made the video you made of me running on that treadmill and lifting. I think I was doing.
It was deadlift.
Deadlift.
I don't know which one.
The one, yeah, I think it was the deadlift when it was like 3 of us in the video.
Yeah, your deadlift.
Yeah. One of my barber friends, he's actually from Fort Worth.
Okay.
Big dude, about 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
350 pounds.
Yeah.
Big guy. After I accepted the collab with you, next day he made a post and he was like, "Here at Planet Fitness."
Yeah.
And he got a trainer for himself.
Okay.
And he had messaged me privately, and he was like, "Dude, you motivated me." And I was like, "Bro, we need to get it. We're really not, us barbers are not healthy. We don't have time to eat, so we'll order some quick McDonald's or some quick something from DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever is near us. We'll run over there and grab some."
Yeah.
We don't really work out by the time we get out of work. Typically, we're tired.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to push through and get that last little bit of energy in for the day and get it going for the next day.
Yeah, yeah. Well said, well said. Well, Hector, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Appreciate you, Tino.
Looking forward to seeing your growth in your business.
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys learned, because I learned some things here. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.